No, you're insane!
Hello listeners, welcome to the Madhouse, episode 45. I'm Ultimate Spy 53, the host of this podcast, and joining me this week is...
Hi, bigdinoguy here, well, not always, but often.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I am a person. I'm bad at introductions.
Yes.
I would never.
So, yeah, this week is pretty awesome. We got the Super Bowl that happened and gave us some footage of some movies that are coming out this year. In particular, one that has been a pretty good, in my opinion, franchise, Transformers. They unveiled a new TV spot for a new movie in that franchise called Transformers: The Last Night. So far, from the footage, what do you think of the movie as from the footage, the plot? What do you think is going on?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're just asking that, I think what's going to be going on is so if you look at the events of the fourth one,
Yeah, of course.
a lot of the Transformers have all been killed off and whatnot. A lot of the big name dudes and just survivors, and then Optimus Prime goes rocketing into space.
That's right, yeah.
So this is going to be a couple years later, most likely. Optimus Prime returns. Obviously, he's going to be evil, but most
why?
likely they're going to have...
But why? That's the question. Why is he gonna be evil? He's not supposed to be evil.
I might be able to answer that. I have a theory. But he comes back, and most likely what they're going to do is have the Autobots as like their own fighting force now. I think Bumblebee will probably be in a leadership like role.
Yeah.
Because his character is a scout. That's how he always has been. He's been the Autobot scout.
Oh yeah.
But in some of the recent iterations, he's become kind of more of a hero of the group.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're going.
Considering we're getting a Bumblebee movie, I mean, come on. He's not every Autobot gets their own movie.
Bumblebee is awesome.
Yeah,
However,
he is.
I can talk more about the way that they have treated these Transformers a lot more. But I think that most likely they're going to go that route because they've shown that pattern. From this recent TV spot, though, I have an idea of why Optimus Prime is all evil now.
Yeah? What's that?
So, in the original trailers that they were having, they had him be like, I'm so sorry for doing this, and then fighting Bumblebee, and we saw a little bit more glimpse of that.
That was weird.
He's talking random voice. So most likely what they're going to have happen is either A, he's being controlled by some new
force
enemy, probably one of the original Primes, or maybe another Cybertronian.
Makes sense.
I'd love to see if they have the Quintessence in there. But I know they're going to most likely have creators of the Transformers or Cybertronians in there and trying to have them fight. Why? I have no idea, but I have a good idea that they're probably going to bring in the Quintessence. That would be amazing to see them do.
So what is the Quintessence again?
So, have you seen the original movie? The 80s movie? The
I haven't.
cartoon one?
I have seen the animated one. I think it's Transformers Prime. I saw a few episodes of that.
Transformers Prime.
That was it.
No, I'm talking about the original 1984 movie.
I've seen some footage of it. I've seen some footage of it from videos.
So in the movie, two characters named Hound and Hot Rod.
Right.
They crash onto this planet ruled by these people called the Quintessence, and then they have the Sharkticons taking them all away and whatnot. Basically, they're the creators of the Cybertron. They're the ones that built them and whatnot, and were all reiterated. Of course, they've kind of twisted the idea of where the Autobots come from, having them hatch on like these eggs. They said that in the second movie.
Right.
But basically, it's like this pedestal with 4 rotating heads.
Oh yeah.
That all act as one body, different personalities.
Cool.
Or different minds talking to one another. However you look at it, they're aliens, part robot, kind of a thing. But,
so are the Sharkticons sharks that turn into robots? Awesome.
Robots
weird.
sharks, yes.
You can't do that. Fish don't turn into robots. That's not how it works.
They
that's
really
just awesome.
are that. The Sharkticons, Dinobots, The Sharkticons were like robots turning into robot sharks. Seriously, that was it. You gotta remember, that was the 80s, man. But, I think that mostly they're going to bring in the Quintessence. I pray to God that they bring in Unicron. Oh my God, if there is going to be any good thing out of this movie, they're going to bring in Unicron. The reason why I think this is because most likely another idea of why Optimus Prime could be all evil is he has dark energon. Some of the other reviewers and whatnot on YouTube and saying, hey, what if it is? Which is basically like this substance that turns someone evil. And it's the blood of Unicron, which is this literal planet-eating robot.
Wow.
He's a Lovecraftian robot, basically.
Huh?
Lovecraftian robot, basically.
Pretty much. It's a giant robot that turns into a planet and then eats other planets.
Oh my God! So basically Galactus, but a robot.
Pretty much. Actually, he was the main villain of the '84 movie.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think that they'll bring him in is because you know that image that they have these people flying over like this big old hole-like thing? Then it has a blue light coming from it.
I think so.
That was the design of Unicron's mouth when he was when he was a planet. It literally was this hole that would open up.
Jeez.
Had two big ass pincers that would grab a planet, bring it in, and then munch it. That's literally how he ate planets. But I think that if they bring in Unicron, they're gonna please a lot of fans, and I think that they're also going to please a lot of newer fans of it, like with Transformers Prime, where they first introduced the Dark Energon.
Now, the question I have is, in the trailer, we have Bumblebee and Optimus Prime fighting. Why? What caused them? They're like good friends. Why are they fighting? It's not fair.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that the most. I'm really looking forward to that.
But why?
Well, this is obviously taking place a few years after the events of Age of Extinction.
Right.
Whether you love or hate that movie, personally, I think that movie is one of the biggest pieces of crap I've seen in a long time.
I liked it.
And to have a movie bestow that title is a rarity. I'm very lenient on whether or not I enjoy or hate films. That was one of them. No, I'm not the only nerd out there that thinks that. But obviously they're going to be having these two friends fight because, well, they are friends. I mean, hell, it's Captain America Civil War, Batman vs Superman all over. There's same concepts, giant robots.
But why would they fight? They're on the same team. That's not cool.
I'm glad that they're going for it. I'm really glad. I mean,
who the day was that though? I don't understand this. They're not supposed to fight.
So another thing with this, when they first thought of Transformers, it was literally just a half-hour commercial.
Right.
That was all Transformers was. It was a half-hour commercial. They made it to design toys, and when the movie came out, the 1984 movie came out. They killed off Optimus Prime.
Oh,
which is why
damn!
They did a nod to it in the second movie.
Yeah, of course.
And they just flat out killed him.
Oh yeah, totally.
And,
I remember that. Yeah.
A lot of kids were just in distraught because, oh my God, they killed off their idol. This idol who they had all been growing up with, and the writers and directors of that film were shocked at just the emotion coming from these kids, old and young, that were growing up with this show. That's why at the G.I. Joe movie a couple years later, they didn't kill off Duke. That was the original plan. But Bumblebee in the original conception was literally a Volkswagen Bug that drove around really fast.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all he did. In the second movie, when you see Sam driving that little Volkswagen, that was a nod to it. Simple as that. They just added on racing stripes.
Yeah.
All he was just short goofball that's not much thicker than me.
Yeah.
That was it. He wasn't this giant robot, this sports car blazing down. No, he went over there. He was a wisecracking ass.
The one thing I did not like about the fourth one was when they made almost every character before they went like further in the movie where they like the paint just went back on their old self again. Early in the movie we have at least two of the characters, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. We show them they see like they have like this weird paint scheme. It's like, wait, they sound like Bumblebee, they sound like Optimus Prime, but they don't look anything like them. And then later we get, oh, the paint peels off and they're back again. Like, why did they do that? It's stupid.
I know why. Optimus Prime, at least.
Yeah.
The reason why he did that was how he originally looked.
Really? I know that.
Just look up on Google right now, Transformers G1 Optimus Prime.
Okay.
Look it up. You're going to see that exact same truck. You remember, oh, Mom, what's that one dangerous road that we live next to that they always recount? So, you know Highway 2 coming out of Monroe?
Sort of, yeah.
That big white truck that's right in the middle of the field that has a bunch of grass growing out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Think that truck with red and blue. That's what Optimus looked like. That was how he was. He was just a big old boxy clunker. I'm
on images right now, and I don't really see, like, all that really is just the toy version, but it doesn't look like the movie at all.
It's the truck.
Or it does, but it's not.
Optimus truck. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, all I'm getting is toys, cause it is a toy, but I think I was more confused about like why he looked that way in the movie until like, I don't know, half hour into the movie, finally his paint starts peeling off and he's back again to his old paint job.
Hey, look at Google Hangouts in a moment where we're talking over. I'm about to send you a snippet.
Oh yeah? Because I don't see any,
Give me a sec.
Yeah, I don't see any, they're all just, from the toy, which makes sense because it was a toy originally. Although I don't like the toys much because they're really hard to transform. They're so hard. That's the one thing I like about Transformers is the fact that when you...
simple ones were...
Yeah.
The early ones were simple.
I know. Yeah, they're so simple. But like when the movie does it, it's really cool how the CGI like shows it transform, and it's like, I mean, the only thing that I'd say was it's a bit, some of the comedy in it, like I think the second movie where actually maybe that was the first movie where they had the kid, it's like, look Mom, and then like they're driving along and then we have Optimus Prime fighting Megatron, and it's like, look Mom.
Take a look.
Oh yeah.
That's literally what he looks like.
Wow. That makes sense actually.
And hang on, this is kind of a meme thing.
Yeah.
But the second one that is sent under that.
Yeah.
He always wore the face. All the face masks did was move up and down.
Well, I just know the face mask is something that would just guard his mouth so he wouldn't get injured. I think, wasn't it? Or this is defense mode.
In the movie, no, that's literally how he looked originally.
Wow.
That is exactly how he looked. That was how all the toys looked.
Yeah.
That was the original thing. When they had him have like a mouth, that pissed off a lot of fans.
Mm-hmm.
When Michael Bay first came out with this movie, it pissed off a lot of people. And then that's why in the second one, you see him using it a lot more, especially when he's like, "I'll take you all," and slicing up those Decepticons and whatnot.
Yeah, but the question that we all trying to figure out is what's going on. Like we have like the King Arthur Fable people, like they're coming to the action. Like how did they even get here? We have like Transformers 5 last night. I mean, I get the title, but that makes sense. The last night. I mean, maybe the Optimus Prime is the last night, or maybe King Arthur. I don't know, but like the question I'm trying to figure out is why are they? How do they even get here? They're supposed to be from like the old days.
So you've seen all the movies, right?
I've seen all the movies and the new trailer, but I don't really understand where they came from.
You heard what they were saying in the new trailer, right?
Sort of, I think.
That they've been here for thousands of years.
Yeah, that was the idea. Yeah.
Most likely that's going to be the exact same thing that they have. That's it. They're just going to be doing like a montage throughout the ages. I mean, going to caveman, King Arthur, then 21st century, we see what's his face? The dude that's the main guy, the main human. We see him again.
Sam Witwicky?
No, not him. Good God. Sam Witwicky. God.
You got a problem with that, I see.
He was a whiny little brat. The only good thing that he did in the entire 3 movies was the fact that he held up a big box which killed Megatron, and then stabbed Optimus Prime with the other dimensions of leadership. I could go on and on with the amount of things that they have gotten wrong in the amount of changes.
Of course.
But we need to stay focused here, because I can go.
I mean, there's a lot of things I'm trying to figure out. Like, I mean, we have some really cool casting. We have Anthony Hopkins. If you don't know him, he played Odin in Thor movies and also the new Avengers movie. Yeah, he's gonna be really great in this movie, I hope, because he's appearing in this movie. But we also have two characters that appeared in the first 3 movies coming back to the 5th movie. That character that's played by. Oh, his name is Lennox in the movie, but I don't actually remember his name. I think it's Josh Duhamel, I think. And then also the black guy from the first 3 movies, the guy on the military side, he's coming back too.
Yeah.
So two characters that are coming back from the first 3 movies, and also Seymour Simmons, he's coming back too. That'll be really fun. I didn't like his character in the first movie at all. He was a jerk, especially when they made him like strip almost naked. I was just like, what? That was weird.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, Seymour Simmons. He was so weird.
It's like all blurred together, but I actually remember that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure good.
He was a weird character. I mean, I don't know if I mean, he was okay, but he was like kind of a jerk, really. He didn't like Sam at all. The Seymour Simmons, the guy who's he comes to Sam Witwicky's house in the first movie, and there's an investigation, and it's like midnight, and then Sam Witwicky comes back in the second movie and asks for his help, and he finds out he's at his ice cream place or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He's gonna be in the movie too. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of characters that are coming back from the first 3 movies and the last movie.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, he's coming back in this movie.
He was working in the beef factory.
Yeah. I'm really curious about this movie. Like, what's going on? How did the King Arthur people get in here? What's going on with Prime? What's going on with Bumblebee? Why are they fighting? You're not supposed to fight. But, like you said before,
in the trailer, they want you to go see the movie.
Exactly. There must be a reason why. I mean, I don't.
By the way,
Yeah.
I can talk for hours on end on why I hated the last 3. I went and saw Age of Extinction, or no, David, who's been on my channel multiple times.
Yeah.
He's one of my closest friends. He and I actually became friends talking about Transformers when we first met. Because this is like a year or 2 before Michael Bay came out with Transformers, the movie.
Yeah.
And no one else had heard of Transformers. My dad raised me on the Generation 1 stuff, and everyone that I would ask, all my friends, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? All except for him. And so he and I just nerded out completely with it. But, now, my whole thing is, the way that they did Transformers 4, they could have had an amazing movie. Even with Bayfest, I mean...
Yeah.
Michael Bay...
Why is he?
Some movies good, but
people complained about him. What, like Michael Bay again? No, like, what's wrong with him? He's a good director. I like the movies that I've seen. I don't understand what's people wrong with. Why?
You can chop every single Michael Bay film up into a couple of things: hot girls in skimpy outfits and explosions.
I guess.
That's all Michael Bay stuff is. In Transformers, that's not what it was about. Transformers, it was just supposed to be a tour commercial, but it evolved into something for fans. Fans enjoyed it. That's what drove this entire series. And he did a good job with the first one. Yeah, it had some of the typical big explosions, what have you.
That was a little
But
boring.
Still, it
kind
was
of
a story-driven narrative.
nothing but that.
The second one, it could have been better on the story. Some of the jokes that they had in there were really hit or miss. But having Jetfire in that was amazing to see.
Yeah.
If you look at the Constructicons that formed Devastator, that was amazing for so many people. That brought them back to their childhood, seeing these new characters in new iterations. Yes, he invented a couple other characters and were stereotypical black guys. I mean,
yeah.
Holy crap! The racism from just those two characters were just atrocious. But still, it's a Bay film. What are you going to see?
Yeah.
When the third one came around, it really brought it back. It improved on what they had with the third one. Fourth one, no one asked for it.
Yeah.
But finally,
I liked it.
Dinobots. Everyone's seen that. I'm a huge fan of the Dinobots. They're my favorite. Grimlock is my favorite Autobot of them all. I mean, screw Optimus.
It's pretty cool, actually.
But not only did they get the Dinobots completely wrong, Michael Bay swore to God that he would never have in the movie. In all the interviews that he had been in, people asked him, "Are you doing the Dinobots? Are you doing the Dinobots?" And finally one day he said, "Okay, I will," because he wanted to hear people shut up. He was sick and tired of hearing people talking about the Dinobots. And he puts them in there, and only having them show up in the last, 15 minutes, maybe half an hour of the movie.
Yeah.
Completely gets them wrong. And he basically just stuck a middle finger to the fans. And this entire franchise is centered around. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Then not only do you have a drawn-out movie where you have a couple of big explosions here and there, cool fight scenes, but it was not supposed to be a 3-hour movie. I'm not paying to see this movie. I'm not paying to see a Lord of the Rings movie. I'm not paying to see a Lord of the Rings style Bayfest. I'm paying to see a Transformers movie. I'm trying.
I did think that the
childhood. I'm trying to see these good characters and a good narrative. Not only was the narrative horrible, but they completely messed up everything.
I did like the fact that we saw.
I died.
What was that?
They can do a hell of a lot better.
All I remember about that movie is that a character named Lucas died, and it made me sad.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the
when
scene.
He died, I was happy.
The scene with Optimus Prime on the Dinobot, the Gremlin, that was really cool. And then to see it transform from like the back of its neck to like the front, that was really cool. I mean, I don't generally like. I mean, I like Jurassic Park, but this was a really cool introduction to the dinosaurs. It was really cool, and the fact that they're coming back. Yeah, sorry, that Dinobots are coming back in the 5th one, which will be really cool.
And like I'm saying, just they could have had a really good movie. They could have done a lot better than they did. They brought in Galvatron. Oh my God, Galvatron! That was just compliments to the chef right there. Seeing this character back on his feet, slicing the hell out of all these things.
I did notice that was different. That this is the first. The last movie was the first time that I'd seen the humans kind of go on a Decepticon Autobot ship thingy. It was really cool. Like the first time we actually see them interact with the other side. Like we hadn't seen them before. Like because having the Autobots from the first 3 movies, their Autobots come to Earth, and then finally in the last movie we finally see the humans get on an Autobot or Decepticon or whatever they were on ship thingy. That was really cool. That was a really interesting to see them get transported aboard the ship thing. Whatever, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was that thing. It was huge, and it was really cool to see that. I really enjoyed it, honestly, and seeing all the characters kind of meet up and stuff like that. And honestly, I think that the new one will be really. I have looked at the article about how different the movie is going to be than the last movies, and it's Michael Bay is saying, I want to make this better than the last 4 movies because apparently the last 4 movies didn't do as well, and I understand that. But he says that he's doing something different to me that he hasn't done before, and it's I think it's the idea of mythology and building a cinematic universe, because this is the last movie he's directing, last Transformers movie he's directing. There's gonna be more of them, but not by him. It's kind of so I feel like in a way this movie is already becoming a cinematic universe because we have the monster movies with Godzilla King Kong, and then we have the MCU, the DCU, all of these cinematic universes. I feel like this one, it may not be successful, but it sure is. It's sure hell in making a good story. And I'm thinking, in terms of cinematic universe, the Transformers movies, they did a good job. I think so.
I just hope that he doesn't bag it all up.
Yeah.
I hope that he doesn't try making another Lord of the Rings sized movie. I just hope that brings it back to his roots. I mean, it's simple. It's a simple concept. Don't overlook it. And
robots punch robots.
He had
pretty much.
He had plenty of materials for the fourth movie. He had plenty of materials for the fourth movie. I mean, he could have done easily maybe an hour and a half long movie with half the material they had there, and he could have made a blockbuster.
Yeah.
He could have done that. I mean, if he does the same thing with this, I'm going to be all in.
I mean, I think the one thing that I like, the main things I like about the Transformers movies is the fact that we have amazing cinematography, amazing characters, and amazing voice acting. I mean, you got Hugo Weaving voicing Megatron. I mean, come on, or Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime, and also a radio voicing Bumblebee. Yeah. There's a radio voicing Bumblebee. Literally, that's what his voice is. It's a radio.
Again?
Can you tell? Can you tell it's just a radio? Like they put the radio to some page. Like, okay, this channel. Okay, the voice happens to be this one. Okay, Bumblebee, do your thing. Because that's what his voice is. They've explained it in the movies that his voice modulator is broken, so he set like a radio, so it'll like pick a random voice and then use it or something. It's weird.
Pretty much, but I don't like that they did that with him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't mind.
I think that it delves a little deeper because we don't really get an actual voice actor. We just get radio and stuff. I mean, I still like Bumblebee. He's an amazing character, and I thought I can't remember which movie it was. I think it might have been the second movie or the third movie. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a scene where Sam Witwicky and whoever was traveling at the time, I think maybe it had been Michaela or Rosie, the two girl characters. There was a scene where Bumblebee literally transformed while Sam was in the car. So he gets launched out of this. It's like okay, I gotta transform Sam, and then it's like and they scream, and then we have like them like almost getting. That was just crazy. Like, imagine if you were in a car and you were driving on the highway and suddenly transformed right before you. I was like whoa! It'd be so weird and actually pretty fun.
You're in the car and then suddenly you're not.
and you flag who knows where, like from the car, like and you get like someone like is driving like, and then suddenly body falls, like wait, what just happened? That'd be really funny. But honestly, so far what I've seen, I mean, honestly, I will say the Transformers movies have been a bit boring because all you get is just more explosions, more robots fighting. It's kind of the same thing. But I have noticed that each movie, they don't just recycle stuff. I mean, I've seen some honest trailers where they literally have recycled footage from the previous movie, which I'm like, I didn't even know. I'm like, what? Yeah, they totally did that. They recycled a scene from the previous movie. I think it was third movie. They recycled footage from the second movie of Megatron like in space. That was ridiculous. I'm like, why would you do that? There's no reason to. But honestly, I've noticed that each movie has been different. I mean, they're the same idea, but they have their purpose. But I will say, the downside of the Transformers movies is I feel like the Optimus Prime, at the end of every movie, he always says the same thing. I'm Optimus Prime, and I give this message to you, out to you, like, wait, we ever heard about before? it's the same thing, and that's what probably makes them, not as good as the, TV shows, but that's just my opinion.
Really quick.
Yeah?
This is to all the other Transformers fans out there. I am very sorry for my blunder earlier, and I'm pretty sure it was Frank Welker that did the original voice of Megatron.
Oh, yeah, I think that, actually, that's right. I think I forgot there, yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But,
week of the week, I could see that, but
yeah.
I'm also wondering if they're going to bring back Megatron or if they're going to be having Galvatron.
I don't know, because in the last movie, the fourth movie, we saw him getting defeated once and for all by Optimus Prime. we don't know if he's actually dead though. Like he feels like a kind of a character where he like, oh, something happened and then someone woke him up and now he's back. Because I feel like he's
What even was the plot of the fourth one again? I don't remember.
Like the Transformers, like the plot of the fourth movie was the Transformers had died out and like Optimus Prime was like the only, well, everyone was basically the Decepticons pretty much quote wiped them out and they were all hiding away as normal cars, and Kid Yeager, played by Mark Wahlberg, uncovers them and another war breaks out and you know he goes crazy. That's pretty much it. Like they call back into action. Although I would like,
Okay.
I will say the fourth movie, I liked it, this nice callback is like, I can't remember in the movie, any other movie where they, I mean, they have the movies where they do this, where they, the sequel kind of, you know, references the last movie. It's like, oh, it's been a long time since the last movie happened, everyone's like in retirement, or we're all just like not doing our job or something like that. But, the new movie, I'm really wondering about what's going on with it, because, I mean, I think it's gonna be awesome. I will say, I hope it is different from the last movies, because I think people complain that it's just the same plot. Oh no, we got, you know, the Decepticons are back. They're fighting the Autobots again. Big war's happening. Robots versus robots. You know, humans are getting endangered. Big war things. The same thing. It's like, I think that with the addition of King Arthur stuff, we're gonna have a new Transformers and a better one. That's my opinion.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
My whole thing
Mm-hmm.
is you know why I am for or against and whatnot.
Yeah.
As many issues as Transformers 4 had.
Yeah.
And I did a review of Caleb and
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and David on it, and they both hated
Well, I haven't
it.
seen it yet, but I will.
But I'm very cautiously optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he takes a step back, I think that he'll be good with it. But I'm just really hoping that he doesn't fuck this one up.
Yeah.
Because his track record has not been the best.
Yeah.
And I want to actually have a good Transformers movie. Like the first one. I mean, still that wasn't the best, but I've seen worse, and it was still the same concept was there.
Yeah.
Go back to that. I'm going to be happy. I will buy this movie in a heartbeat if it's a good one.
Yeah.
So far, it hasn't been showing us that, but once I see it, I'll be able to tell you.
I mean, one thing that I pointed out in the last time I think it was the movie, the podcast we had where it was the movies we're looking forward to for this year, and of course this was on the list, and I talked about the fact that one of the characters, King Arthur, is being played by the same actor who played King Arthur in Once Upon a Time, which is an amazing show, by the way.
Really?
I don't know how it's gonna work, but apparently the actor who played that King Arthur in Once Upon a Time, which is a Disney like a Disney based or not based, but like it's supposed to be based off the Disney characters, and he's playing King Arthur in this movie, but he's the same actor who played King Arthur in that TV show. So maybe they're like in the same universe or they're somehow connected. I don't know.
No.
Because he's playing the same actor, same character.
Please. No.
What?
Just don't even assume. I have an important question for Mother. Hey, Mother, we mentioned Once Upon a Time. How many stars do you give it, Once Upon a Time? Out of 5? So really quick, my mom and I watched Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
We both loved it. She gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
It's an amazing show.
Oh god, that one is awesome. Oh, when Bella becomes...
I've only seen the first season as of yet.
Don't spoil it for him. I've already caught up, so I don't need to be spoiled.
When Emma does the thing with the sword,
Oh yeah.
that was like, oh my god.
But I'm curious to see if they're gonna be connected because he's playing the same character. Although I did notice in the trailer
They are
he's.
not going to be connected.
But the thing is, I think that what's different is the fact that he has
I
a.
will leave this podcast right now.
He has a beard in this movie, so I think it's a different universe character, but he's playing.
He died. He's in Hades, literally.
I think what's probably gonna happen is because he looks different. He looks different in the movie. I think he'll be from a different universe, even though he's playing the same. Because you can play the same character but in a different universe, right? That's happened before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like an actor will play the same character, but they'll be from a different universe. So I think it'll be happening in this.
That's one of the worst suggestions I think I've ever heard.
I'm not a very good theorizer.
Same universe. Oh my god.
Well, it's happening now. You gotta say cinematic universes are building up. You're gonna have a lot happen.
No more. noble.
So for this movie, what do you?
Fanfic.
Matt, I encourage you. You know, My Little Pony and Doctor Who crossover. Okay?
Oh God.
That's about as much sense as what you're making right now.
So I'm gonna ask you, what do you expect? What do you want from the new movie? What do you want to happen?
Oh God, not that. Sorry. Okay. I would love to see Unicron in this. I think that they're teasing
Yeah.
a possibility of Unicron. People wanted to see him in the last 4 movies. That would just be amazing to see on screen, and
Yeah.
I think that would be the best way for Michael Bay to actually put his talents of explosions to good use.
Yeah, of course.
I really hope that they have a good narrative. I hope that they correct their mistakes from the last movie and don't make it a freaking Lord of the Rings.
Well, it was 2 and a quarter hour movie, so it's a long movie. Actually, I feel like it was unnecessarily long. It does not need to be 2 hours and 45 minutes long. That's too long.
Don't do that.
I mean, I understand Lord of the Rings 3 being 4 hours on extended version, but a Transformers movie that's 2 and a quarter hours long? No, that's way too long. It's like, when is it gonna be over now? I'm just looking at the time. Okay, about an hour in. When it's gonna stop, you know? That's what I felt. That's how I felt about the third movie. It was a bit boring and kind of felt like, okay, nothing's happening. A lot of screaming, a lot of...
I'll be happy.
Yeah. Although the one thing I did not like about the third movie was the recasting of Rosie. Apparently there's theory that that Megan Fox's character, Michaela, they broke up, but there's no explanation. Suddenly we just get a new girlfriend. Like, what's going on?
I can say that very easily.
What?
The reason why is Megan Fox barged into so when they were wrapping up filming for the second movie,
Yeah.
basically she went into his office, flung the door open, and just bitched him out, saying that this movie is going to be horrendous. You're the worst director ever, and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like, Transformers is one of the worst. I never want to work with you again. And he was like, okay, there's a door. Don't want to hit you on the way out. And so basically, she done fucked up.
Oh my god. But there's no explanation. Suddenly he just...
That's why when they did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
everyone was shocked to know that she would be working on Bay again.
I like that movie though. That was pretty good actually. But
Second one was better.
yeah, I did like the second one better. But for the third movie, I didn't understand. I mean, I read about it. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But in the third movie, they don't even. Apparently, I guess there's a theory that Sam says, oh, me and Kayla broke up, but I don't think they actually established it. Suddenly, at the end of the second movie, they're kissing, and in the third movie, it's like, where'd she come from? It's like, where did this British chick come from? The hell?
Where did she come from? Sorry.
She actually has something called emotion.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a character. No. All she was just a lady in a skimpy outfit and black hair. That's all she boiled down to in the first 2 movies. This other actress had an actual character worthwhile.
Although one thing, so the third movie, actually, I don't know, the second movie, sorry. I did not like the parents. The mom was a bit too weird, especially when she got, I think, drunk or something. I think she got drunk by weed or something.
No,
she ate. Oh god, that was so bad. We're just like, what's going on? And suddenly she's acting like a 15-year-old. Like, what's going on?
It's college. What do you expect?
Yeah, I know. That was weird.
That was funny.
And then when Sam's quote seducer turned into a robot, he was like, ah! He's like a girl. It's like seriously, like there's a random girl who's permanently disguised as a Decepticon, seduces him and starts making out with him, and then shortly after that, she transforms into a large Decepticon and starts attacking him, and he screams like a girl. I'm like, well, fuck that. It's like, oh well, that just happened.
That was definitely a thing.
just like, whoa, that was weird. Like, I wonder what happened. I was okay then. It's like, you know, some of those things in movies like Transformers, it's like, what? It's like, I did not just see that. It was weird. I mean, I did think the second one was pretty fun. I did think that when the Autobots were in Sam's garden, like, crushing everything, that was pretty funny. And then, I think my favorite character from, the Sam Wookiee era is Mojo. He's so fun. He's cute and he's awesome. Remember that character?
Mojo?
The dog. Sam's dog.
The dog.
He's so cute. He's awesome. Why is his favorite character? He's just funny and he's cute, and I love how Sam, like, protects him and he does all... The way he interacts with Mojo is so funny. But...
Dogs make any movie better.
Yeah, pretty much. But the fifth one, I'm interested to see what's going on with Anthony Hopkins' character, because we saw the Super trailer and it had Anthony Hopkins in it. It's like, okay, who does he play then? Like, I don't really understand this. What's going on here?
I don't know. All I know is I'm looking forward to it, but I'm gonna see it. But I'm gonna see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see it. I'm gonna see it. That's about it.
I imagine it'll be probably as long as the last movie's, like 2.5 hours, which is ridiculous. But I think that with the change of pace that you know, Michael Bay's been promising, I think we're gonna have a better Transformers movie.
I do have one more complaint, not about the story or anything like that. So many damn slow motion sequences.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We had one slow motion sequence that lasted probably 5 seconds, and it was literally the lady, the daughter,
Yeah.
was just standing there, her hair flowing, 2 seconds,
Mhm.
with the sun in the background, doing nothing. Then they
Yeah.
had like in this slow motion just all throughout. That only lasted 2 seconds. That brought nothing to the story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although I will say I was a very fan. I was very I liked Stanley Yoki's character, or no, Stanley Toki, I think his name is. He was in the Hunger Games franchise, and in this movie he played another a character that was, I think he was like some person who was like the leader of a company or something. I think he was like not evil or not good, but he was like neutral.
That dude.
The guy who's like started to fall in love with that Chinese lady or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. Who,
That guy.
yeah.
I remember him.
He was really interesting.
Yeah, he was the villain
Oh, yeah.
that Optimus Prime threatened and was about to kill.
Mhm.
The only time that you ever see Optimus Prime really get pissed enough,
Yeah.
because they're melting down the heads of Autobots
Yeah.
that had done nothing.
Of course.
The fact that he was kept alive. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
When you piss off Optimus, you know that you fucked.
But I liked that the woman that he was with, like, he was eventually wanting to like, I love you or whatever, and I like that. Like, I'm a big fan of the rom-com stuff, but like when you put romance in a movie the right way, it's good. I mean, some movies where they do it wrong, it's like, again, this I don't need to see this, but it's like this movie, it was like a little bit of it, but it was like, this is actually pretty good, actually. I mean, I like how she rejected him, sort of, and like, you know, when he confessed to his feelings for her, she rejects him, which is really interesting, because that's not, I mean, I think that's actually the proper way, but like, in terms of a character, you know, two characters, it was handled really well.
Honestly, I remember next to nothing about the movie, so.
Yeah, but I will say it was an interesting, you know, relationship. I mean, we didn't really get much out of it, but it was really interesting.
Thank God.
Because I think it
I
was good casting, actually. Because he's a good actor, and we had a lot of amazing actors in this movie.
Mark Wahlberg was good in this.
Yeah, also Nicola Peltz. She was in the much hated Last Airbender movie, which was not gonna be talked about because it sucked. It also had Kelsey Grammer. Hopefully you know him from X-Men 3. He played the Beast character, and I had a review on that. I described how I was only complaint about that was the fact that it was the first time that he was in that movie. But he was in this movie. He played, I think, the right hand man to Stanley Tucci's character, or Stanley whatever his name is, or Stanley Tucci's.
He was the Secretary
Yeah.
of Defense dude. He
Yeah,
was
of course.
pretty much the big baddie that was trying to kill all the Autobots.
Yeah, of course. It was really
while working with a villain.
Yeah, it was a really interesting character. And overall, the casting was pretty good. I will say that. It's some pretty good casting.
I forget who was that he went that Optimus Prime threatened to kill. I forget whether it was that character or the other dude.
It was Stanley Tucci's character, actually.
And who did he play again?
Stanley Tucci played, it says here, Joshua Joyce.
God, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I need to watch it again.
Yeah. But we also had Kelsey Grammer playing Harold Tinger. We also had Bing Bing Lee play the sort of, I guess, the love interest to Stanley Tucci's character, but not. I wouldn't really categorize that as a love interest. It was just a character that, like, he happened to like her, and at the end of the movie, something happens. You may know her actually from X-Men: Days of Future Past. She played the girl who could create portals in that movie with the help of her brother, I think. You remember that movie?
Mm-hmm.
She played
A little bit?
Yeah, she played. Let's see, I can look it up right now. I know she played a character in X-Men: Days of Future Past. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, where does it say here? Oh, I'm thinking wrong. Okay, she was not in the movie. I'm thinking a completely different actress. Never mind. But there was someone in that movie. But anyway, she played the character, and I'm weird because I like romance stuff, but the way this relationship was handled,
That's not weird.
I'm just crazy with that kind of stuff. I'm a little weird when it comes to romance stuff in movies. I like it, but I liked what I saw in this movie in terms of. I mean, it was pretty good because some romances are handled kind of like okay, but this movie they didn't put too much in it. I mean, Michael Bay didn't really put too much romance in it. I mean, it was okay. It was pretty handled well. And we got an Australian guy, Jack Rayner, actually. He played Shane. Remember that guy? I think it was the Australian guy. He was really interesting. I like that. And also, Mark Wahlberg did an amazing job. I thought he was really fun. Yeah, I mean, he's been in some pretty good movies, and this movie turned out to be, in terms of his role in that movie, he was pretty good. It was like he played a character called, I think it was Cade Yeager, or no, it's not. That's not right.
Cade Yeager.
Yeah, Cade Yeager. Yeah.
Right now I got the casting list.
Yeah.
And what British guy were you talking about?
Actually, I mean, thing is, he plays a Australian, but he's not actually Australian. He's from Colorado, which is weird. I mean, you can do that. He played an Australian guy, but he was from Australia. Or no, he was from America.
Yeah,
and Shane Dyson. He played the boyfriend of Tessa Yeager, the daughter of the main character in this movie. Because essentially,
that was Jack.
Yeah. Essentially, it's a new.
His name was Jack Rayner.
Yeah, because essentially it's a new chapter in the Transformers movie series. But yeah, I mean, it has some pretty good casting. We got a British girl. We got honestly, we got a lot of different foreign casting. We got like all sorts of diversity in this movie. I like the movies that are doing like that. Like Transformers 5 is gonna have a lot of that in the movie. We're gonna have at least 2 characters from the first 3 movies and the same cast we had in this movie. And I liked how, honestly, in the 4th movie, I liked how Cade Yeager uncovered Optimus. He was just like, oh, this cool truck in the theater, let's take it home. And then he finds out, oh shit, it's actually alive. Oh my god, it's actually Optimus Prime. Who knew? That was that's why I like the movie. And I like it when they bring back actors from previous movies. And this is the movie that'll do that, I think, really well. And I know that Michael Bay might fuck it up, but give him a chance, okay? It's not like he's a terrible director in terms of this movie. I mean, he wants to do better. He says, I'm going to make this movie better than the last 4, because apparently the last 4 weren't good. Apparently, what? What was that?
You know why I love parts? You know why I hate parts? as a fan, they could have done a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say. As a fan, I really hope that he gets his acting gear.
Yeah.
But that's talking as a fan. I mean, I've obviously been interested in the series a lot longer than you have. Oh my god. Oh god.
What?
So right now I'm looking at the casting list for Age of Extinction.
Yeah.
And I call it Pelt. She played Katara in The Last Airbender,
which was a terrible movie. Ugh, gross movie.
Oh no!
That movie sucked.
That was
No!
So an interesting thing about Last Airbender, that was the first movie I ever saw in theaters without my parents.
Oh my god, really? I went to midnight showing and I hated it.
I have made years. I mean, oh my god. But
Oh, no way!
that was very
I forgot about this. So John Goodman is gonna be in the new movie.
Who?
John Goodman. He played Sully in Monsters Incorporated, which is
John
really
Goodman.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said Don Goodman.
No, I didn't mean that. Let's see who else is gonna be.
Yeah,
There's
that's gonna be fun.
that'll be really because actually I remember he played the guy with the beard in the cigar in the last movie. That was he played a really cool character. Yeah, he was really interesting. I mean, I like those really cool characters. Like a lot of the designs of the Autobots and Decepticons are really cool. I mean, honestly, they're really impressive. I mean, some of them are anyway, but this one was pretty good. I mean, the casting is pretty good. Anthony Hopkins plays Sir Edmund Burton. I think that must be a knight or something like that. That's gotta be a knight. Because it's Sir means that like he could play playing a knight. I mean, in the trailer in the spot we didn't really get much. He didn't even he was wearing his suit. He could be anybody, but my theory is that he could be. I mean, he got Sir in the name. That must be he means he's a knight or something or some kind of thing. Because we got King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table, all that stuff fitting in somehow or another. I'm still curious to know how that's gonna fit in the movie. Cause like, how is that even gonna work? Like, they're in completely different time periods. How is that gonna work?
Wait, sir what?
It says Sir Edmund Burton. He's gonna play that character. People.
Burton?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a actual fictional character or it's a fictional whatever you call it, but I'm curious to know how they're gonna fit this in because we don't know anything about how the Knights of the Round Table or King Arthur people. How are they gonna even get? Are they gonna interact with the Autobots, or are they gonna, be a part of the plot? Because we know it's called The Last Knight. That could be anything. Yeah, go ahead.
Couple things. One, The Last Knight. They're most likely talking about the Knights of Cybertron.
Oh yeah.
I forget the exact thing. I was watching a YouTube video on that earlier,
Yeah.
and I really doubt it's going to be one of King Arthur's men. I think that maybe they'll draw a parallel between the Primes and the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
Two,
Yes.
most likely what they're going to do is
Tom and some of his friends.
burying something.
My brother says hello.
Oh hi.
Hi, person.
Sorry.
But you remember them burying something in the dirt?
Yeah. I
in
think
the
so.
trailer? I think most likely they're going to be having it be like, because King Arthur searched for the Holy Grail and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then they're burying that, thinking like, hey, it's the Holy Grail, and they're most likely going to do like a, you never knew the true history kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
Going on like that. Most likely because, what the hell else? I mean, they're not going to be able to really tie it all in like that. I mean, they could do a like Dark of the Moon.
Yeah,
or,
of course.
Revenge of the Fallen thing with like visiting prehistoric man or something like that.
Yeah.
But most likely they're just going to be showing them burying that, like, hey, calling it the Holy Grail and whatnot.
What? I don't. Wait, what? Wait. Oh my god. Okay, so apparently I was wrong about Hugo Weaving voicing Megatron. Apparently he's not voicing Megatron anymore. Apparently we have Frank Welker voicing Megatron and Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime.
Now,
That
those
was different.
are more like it. Those are the original two voice actors.
Because I know
Who played
Hugo Weaving
Optimus
voiced
Prime.
Megatron in the movies, but this is the first time I didn't even realize that he was that we got a new voice actor for Megatron. Because You can't really tell as
Those were
they.
the
Or
original
rather, got
two
an old
voice
voice actor back.
You can't really recognize Hugo Weaving by voicing Megatron. I guess it's the way he makes his voice sound different. It's weird, but like, I didn't even realize that he was not voicing the character anymore. I did not think about that. I just does that make sense at all? Like, because you said that Frank Welker was voicing Optimus Prime, but apparently that's not true. Apparently,
in the original TV show.
oh yeah, that's true. So
Peter Cullen and Frank Welker were the original two voice actors of Optimus and Megatron.
I didn't know that. Wow. Huh.
At least I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
That's right.
If not, then revoke my nerd card.
Okay, and then let's see. Let me double check this. Yeah, so Liam Garrigan, who played King Arthur in Once Upon a Time, this is confirmed. He is going to play, maybe not this. I doubt the same character, but probably he'll look. I mean, in the trailer he has a freaking beard and long hair. He can't be the same character. So Liam Garrigan or whatever. Liam Garrigan. He played King Arthur in Once Upon a Time, or at least in the arc he was in. He's apparently not. Well, he's not coming back to play the same character. I think he's just playing a version of the character in the movie, which makes sense because you can do that. But I'm just curious to find out how this is all connected, like how the King Arthur stuff is connected with the Autobots, and I mean, like you said before, where Optimus Prime might be possessed or he might be, sick or something, causing him to go crazy and be evil, which is outrageous. Because how can Optimus Prime be evil? He's not a bad. Well, he's not. He's a good guy. He's an Autobot. They're not supposed to be evil. So I don't know. It's. I can't really say much about that because I don't know I don't really know what to expect. But Master Bumblebee, that's a different story because like, there's got to be a reason for everything. What do you think?
Again, they have either a diamond or a piece of crap. It's impossible to tell right now. I mean, these are only trailers. I mean, this is only mere speculation.
Right.
I hope that they get it right, but the track record has shown otherwise.
Yeah, of course.
And if they do, then I think that they can bring in a lot of revenue. If not, they're still going to make another one because this is supposed to be It's supposed to be a second trilogy.
Yeah, of course.
And I just hope that I'm just being optimistic, but very cautionary on this.
I mean, what I'm liking about this poster is we have Optimus Prime with a freaking sword. I mean, come on. You can't get better than that. A sword. Seriously.
He has a sword already.
That's awesome. I mean, he's obviously been designed. His design has been different, and I've noticed that his transformation has been improved a lot. Like I don't know. Like maybe I'm telling the truth about that. Like I feel like the CGI for the Transformers transforming are getting better.
Hey,
What?
Lucas? Is that the TARDIS exploding that you have above your head?
What?
That.
Burp.
Yeah. And also, what's the sound in the background?
You might be able to hear my little sister singing. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, so I think we should probably wrap up. We're at time here, but so far, what do you think of this new trailer? Do you think it's do you think it'll be an awesome movie? Do you think it'll suck? I
I'll
mean,
flip a coin and let you know.
for me, I'm excited for this movie. It's gonna be. I hope it'll be awesome. Let's just hope, and I'm curious to know what is gonna happen. It's coming out in June, which is about 4 months away. So who knows? I think it's June 23rd is coming out, which is I think a week after. I can't remember. But I'm I hope it'll be well and awesomely. Transformers has been so far pretty good, with the last movie being awesome. So, yeah. Okay, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you for joining us, or sorry, joining me for this episode. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Bigdinoguy and myself, and we will see you in the next episode. All right.
Live long and
guys.
prosper.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.